purpose of this video is to show you how to do this exercise on a TI-84 instead of the Inspire, since at our school we use the TI-84 instead of the Inspire. If you have an Inspire, then you can just follow these directions. Okay, so we want to graph 2x plus 3, linear function. Obviously it's going to make a straight line. Add a new graphs page. Well, to do that on the TI-84, you simply hit y equals. I'm using my mouse. You can just tap it with your finger if you were doing this with a handheld calculator. Okay, number 2, enter 2x plus 3. So you hit the 2. Now the variables are right here. X plus 3. Okay. Now select the Show Table option. Okay. Now, a few things about how this calculator works. If you hit the second key, you invoke any function, any operation that's written in blue, since the second key is blue. If you hit the alpha key, which is green, you activate the stuff that's green. So the letters are usually in green. So if you want to type a letter, like if I wanted to type the letter A, I hit alpha, and then the math key where A is above it, then put the letter A there. But I don't want that letter A there, so I'm just going to delete it. Now, we want to look at the table for this graph. So now if I want to look at the graph, I'd hit graph, and there's the line. Okay, but if I hit second and graph, then I go to the table. And here's the table right here. Now, so when x, the function is what, 2x plus 3? Yeah. So when x is 0, here's the y-intercept. Let's look at the graph real quick. Okay, there's y-intercept. Y equals 3. Okay, let's go back to the table. The slope is 2, so notice that the difference, as x increases by 1, y increases by 2, which is exactly what you would expect. Now this table goes, I don't know if there's any numerical limit to this table. It probably won't go to the billions, or maybe it does, I don't know, I've never tried to see how high it goes, but it'll go pretty far in the negative or positive direction. Okay, so there's the table for you. Now if you had multiple graphs, let's say you had a graph here and here and here and here, a different equation, then the table would show you y2, y3, y4, etc. It would have more table entries. Okay, and then what's this last thing here? Now, you can, unfortunately, on this calculator, the TI-84, you cannot grab the line and move it around like you can on the TI-Inspire and watch the table entries change. The only thing you can do is, so for instance, if you take the line and move it, let's change the line. Let's make it 3x minus 2. Okay? And then let's make a different line. Let's make it 0.5x plus 4. This is the same as grabbing the line and moving it. Okay? Then let's go back to the table and take a look at the table. Okay? And then here's the different, when x equals 1, anyway, so you can get the same effect of moving the line by simply putting in different versions of linear equations and change either the slope or the y-intercept. Now, if you hit graph, then you're going to see these lines all on the same screen. And, okay, let's say you're not sure which one is which. Okay, so if you hit trace, then you see the blinking X. That means that it's on this line right here. That's where the blinking X is. And then if you hit up arrow, it goes to one of the other lines. So this line is 0.5x plus 4. And let's see, if you hit up arrow, you just keep up arrow, and then it goes to 3x minus 2. So up arrow, up arrow. So that's how you toggle through the three lines with trace. Now we're on 0.5x plus 4. If I hit the right arrow, then I can go up and down the line and see it'll show you at the bottom the x and y values as I'm going up and down the line. Okay, anyway, so that's it for this particular exercise. So let's go to, now notice how easy the calculator makes. Now notice if you even make a table of ordered pairs for, let's say, this one here, this number 1 minus x minus 3, that'd be really easy because everything's integers. 5, easy, everything's integers. Okay, but where fractions are involved, then it's really a pain. However, let's do 6, 1/5 x plus 4. Making a table of the values would be really kind of painful since there's fractions involved. But we can go in and we can just have the table calculated for us. So we'll do 1 divided by 5, 1/5 x plus 4. Okay, we don't even bother graphing it. Well, let's graph it, what the heck. So here's the graph right there. Okay, now we can change the window that's being shown with the graph. I'm not going to get into that right now. It's not really necessary, but later on you can play with that if you want. You can change, right now the window is from -10 to +10 on the x-axis and from -10 to +10 on the y-axis. Notice that the graph is not square. So know that the size of 1 on the y-axis is not as big as 1 on the x-axis. But you can tell the calculator to make the graph square. Again, more about that on another lesson. Okay, so let's go to the table, since we want 5 numbers. Okay, when x is 0, y is 4. That makes sense. That's the y-intercept. When x is 1, it's 4.2, 4.4. So here's your values right here. You can get as many as you want, get 1,000,000. And you don't have to do any calculations whatsoever. Although you can see, actually, once you see the pattern, it's going to be 4 1/5, 4 2/5, 4 3/5, etc., because the rate of change is 1/5. So as x increases by 1, y increases by 1/5. So that's about that. I better go answer the phone.